Welcome in. Today I have something so exciting to share with you. It's a brand new set from Pantasy. This is 221B Baker Street. Yes, that's right. It's Sherlock Holmes Residence. This amazing set is officially licensed by the Conan Doyle estate, features beautiful Victorian style building, and based on the original novel. Sharp-eyed Sherlockonians will notice references to the Sign of Four, A Study in Scarlet, and the Hounds of Baskerville all throughout this set. Set number is 85014. It's 3,087 pieces, sits on a 24 by 24 grid, and includes 5 minifigures. See if you can guess who they are before we get to them. There's over 60 different pad printed pieces ranging from Victorian paintings to portraits, various British elements. Even the horse has printed elements. I'm so very happy to say that this set uses Go bricks. You know how I feel about Go bricks, and that means I have zero concerns about the quality. And that means these bricks are also Lego compatible. Now, before we go any further, I want to say thank you directly to Pantasy for sending us this set and allowing us to share this with all of you. We're going to take a closer look at all of it. You can find this amazing fun to build set online now for about $138 Canadian. We'll put the product link in the description, and thanks to Pantasy, you will also get 15% off if you use coupon code SCBHomes. Also, if you are enjoying this video so far, please hit that thumbs up and consider subscribing for more updates. Now, without further ado, I'm Stacy, and this is taking a look at this beautiful box. We can see the Pantasy logo straight away, and we can see as well that it's officially licensed by the Conan Doyle estate. The set number is there, and then a beautiful picture of the entire building with the horse and carriage. On this side is the black and white picture of the two pieces that are inside, the modular building and the horse and carriage. And you can see the dimensions as well. I like how Pantasy does that. The back is even more beautiful than the front, honestly. It's got small pictures of inside of the set. And I love how it's kind of done up as a crime board. It just goes with the theme so well. And then, of course, we've got that they use Go bricks and the pad printing pieces. Really nice, sturdy box, and the artwork is amazing. Getting into these manuals, there's actually 2 of them. The picture on the front is the exact same picture as the box, but taking a closer look at the picture, it looks like there's like London fog in the background, how everything else is kind of blurred out. I love it. Just like the box, it has the Pantasy logo and the Conan Doyle estate licensing and the set number. Really nice book right at the beginning. Adults welcome. Love that. And we see some instructions on how to use the brick separator. We've got some Pantasy advertising here for social media. And then we get into the bags and combination of these bags. Here's what it's going to look like. It's a nice book. One thing I always like to point out with these Pantasy sets, because it's something that I love, is that when you're building, you can actually see that this is a 2x4. So there's really no guessing with, is it a 4, is it a 6, is it a 3? And I find that really, really helpful. The pictures are really good. You can see the printed pieces really nicely. Some of the really cool things that we're building in this set. It's a really good book. We'll take a quick look at book 2. Again, the cover is the same. One of the first things that I wanted to take a look at here, again, no guessing if this is a 6 or an 8. It's clearly marked there for you, which is really nice, especially when you're doing a lot of pieces that are similar, when we're buttoning up that level there. The color in these pictures, really nice. And this here, I wanted to point out because there's quite a few pieces in this step. Again, they're all nicely numbered. But you got to be careful when you're building because you can see the red here. So these go down first and this goes on top. If you're really not paying attention, you kind of just look at the top row. But that's just the techniques. Look at that. 600 steps. Sorry, 550 steps in total. And in the back of the book, all of the other Pantasy sets that you can get, or some of them anyway. Really nice. Our first look at this beautiful Victorian style building. Look at those details. It stands 42 centimeters tall, 19.3 centimeters wide, and 25.6 centimeters deep. And look, this side is nice and flat that it can actually butt nicely up against other modular buildings. It's time to take a closer look at each floor. So we'll start at the ground floor. Look at those details in the front. This is actually Sherlock Holmes, a sticker piece. The Baker Street sign is printed and the door is printed with the 221B. Really cool. We've got Inspector Lestrade sitting having some tea with Mrs. Hudson. I love all the gold trim. Really looks fancy. The doors and windows, nice and clear. They work really well. And look at this. It's a full plate there. I love that. Stays on really well. We'll take a look inside at, this is actually Speedy's Cafe, which you will see in the BBC TV series Sherlock. There's no mistaking this for a cafe at all. Like, absolutely, that's what this is. There's coffee machines, coffee mugs, see the register. You could see the pastries behind the glass. On the other side, you could see all the tables, some more pastries. Look at the tiled floor, so good. I love how all the tiles are like staggered until you get to the steps. And then they go straight down with the same color. That's really neat. The printed pieces are the clock, all of these pictures, the menu boards, and then the mirrors are stickers. We get over here to the stairway. If you're a fan of the show, you know this narrow stairway. You can see the printed pieces on the wall for the pictures. Really love this coat rack, hat rack, and we've got Sherlock's hat there, and then we've got the stairs to go up to the next level. There is actually a reference to the sign of 4 where you see the treasure chest under the steps, but the treasure chest is empty. Why is it empty? Because Smalls threw the treasure into the Thames during a chase. Very cool. The first floor has its very own large balcony that spans the entire front. There is a ton of flowers and foliage. Love this little cat here. And the architecture on the windows, look at that. Windows were all really great to build. If we come around to the other side, we can see the chimney and then the water spout. That will lead up to the 3rd floor as well. In the back, we've got a couple of windows. And this is our side that would butt up to another modular. But I like how they put the random bricks in there. It's really good. We come up the stairs to the 1st floor and we go into the living room, past Watson and Sherlock, and we're going to take a look at this kitchen. Not a very big kitchen. They did a really good job of displaying things in there. We've got basically the kitchen for Sherlock is a laboratory. So there's a window here. We've got some beakers, chemistry set, stickers on the wall. We've got a sink and a frying pan, and we've got a fridge. Of course, the fridge is pretty empty. You can just see there's a bone and like a cupcake in there. Really good use of space, though. Over to the living room. There is more detail. There's a Victorian era map of Great Britain, a reindeer head, which is situated above Sherlock's chess set. On the other side of the room, pinned down by a dagger on the fireplace, are the cases the famous duo are working. There's a magazine with Sherlock Holmes on the cover, located right beside Dr. Watson's chair. The green chair is for Holmes, and the two can often be found sitting face to face in silence or collaborating. So much detail with the beakers, the bookshelf, the fireplace. It really is authentic to the living room in the series. I do want to mention that there are both printed pieces and stickers on this floor. The VR and the smiley face are stickers, and the VR is for Queen Victoria that Sherlock has shot bullet holes into the wall. The mirror is also a sticker, but everything else are printed pieces. See on the outside of the second floor that the beautiful architecture continues with those windows and these pillars, really nice, continued with the foliage and the flowers. On the other side, you can see the continuation of the chimney and the water spout. The back is the back, and again, this is the side that would butt up to other modulars with some random bricks in there. I like the lights on the outside of this level too. For the second floor, let's start in the stairwell, where we can see a hound head ornament and the portrait of Sir Henry. Both of these pieces pay tribute to the Hound of Baskerville. Dr. Watson's room, definitely the smaller of the two, so I sure hope he pays less rent. We have a dresser and a bed, and then a portrait of Dr. Watson and Miss Mary Morstan. True Sherlockians will know that they met in the sign of 4. In Sherlock's room, we find more detail and organized disorder, starting with the self-portrait standing behind Big Ben. Then we have this really awesome clue board where you could see Mycroft Holmes, Sherlock's brother, and Irene Adler, who outsmarted and evaded Sherlock's traps. He respectfully refers to her as that woman. And of course, Sherlock's room wouldn't be complete without his violin. All of these pieces are printed pieces. So much detail. Really like the fireplace and the desk, typewriter and the lamp. And I'll show you the fireplace. There actually are flames in there. This beautiful roof, you can really see how the arches above the windows really incorporate that Victorian style. I want to show you the window because you build each of these windows individually. Great builds, and then they just stick in. It's really nice. The architecture here is really stunning. Remember when I said the fire in the fireplace? The smoke is just the cherry on top for that coming out of the chimney. And then there's a beautiful skylight where you have 7 clear glass pieces and they all move really well. Look how clear they are. Pretty stunning for such a simple roof. So where this is a modular building, I wanted to show you putting all floors together. So we'll start with our ground floor, putting on our first floor. Make sure the stairs are lined up and the studs are lined up. It's all locked in all corners. Then we've got our second floor, again, lining up the stairs with the studs. Sounds good. And then our beautiful roof. Awesome. On to the minifigs. We have Inspector Lestrade, often can be found seeking guidance from Sherlock Holmes. Jefferson Hope, spoiler alert, the bad guy in The Study in Scarlet. Mrs. Hudson, of course, is the landlady of 221B Baker Street. Dr. John Watson, he's the friend and confidant of Sherlock Holmes. And then, of course, Sherlock Holmes himself, arguably the best-known fictional detective. The greatest thing about these minifigs, they all have some kind of extra piece with them, and my favorite is the cane for Dr. Watson. I think that's really neat. See the back of them as well. So these minifigs, you had to put the heads on, the hands on, the arms on, the legs on, but I think they look really good. A separate build all on its own, we have this classic British horse-drawn carriage. I'll show you a little interesting fact. Sherlockians will know this ring under the coachman's seat is from A Study in Scarlet. Really nice little build on its own. These lanterns are a really nice touch. Printed pieces for the horse. The wheels all move and lots of nice clear glass. Very, very nice. What would I do differently with this set? Well, I'm digging because it's an amazing set, but I will caution about this sticker. It is a one-shot sticker. If you don't get it on there perfectly the first time, you'll definitely have some problems. I found using a little bit of soapy water in behind, kind of like you would put on a decal, helped me give me a little bit of wiggle room I needed to get it on there perfectly. Again, the sticker is over multiple pieces. So if you ever did want to take this set apart and rebuild or use, kind of mock it, you'd use an X-Acto knife just to cut the sticker on those specific places and you'd be in good shape. Could use some jumpers in the front so you could display the minifigures a little bit better. Where to begin with the things I love? Over 60 pad printed pieces in this set. That's just wow. The bakery was my first Pantasy set. This was my second, and it definitely did not disappoint. The box, even when this arrived and I looked at it, I couldn't get over the quality of it. The instruction booklet, great quality and really great instructions. I usually use PDFs to build. I used the book the entire time and it was perfect. I honestly can't say enough about this set, about how much fun it was to build. Modulars are my favorite. Everybody knows that. But to have a modular that actually has a connection to a TV show that I really enjoyed, I think it just made it all the better for me. All those little interesting specific references to specific Sherlock Holmes stories, really, really good. Go bricks. I always say can't go wrong with Go bricks. I love them. They're high quality. The colors, the architecture, I could take this apart and build it, take this apart and build it. It's just so good and it's so sturdy as a set. Really enjoyed the minifigs and how specific they are to Sherlock Holmes, and the horse and carriage was really just a great added addition. Now we definitely need to take a look at these two gorgeous sets directly side by side. Pantasy Sherlock and Pantasy Bakery. I have to come around and take a look from the front. Oh my God. Look at the colors together. They look gorgeous. And I think actually Sherlock Holmes is a little bit taller. That is amazing. Thank you so much to Pantasy for providing this set. I am so excited to share this with all of you. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit that thumbs up and subscribe on your way out. And until next time, keep clicking those bricks.